Summer friends, here we go again. Today, inside, it is raining, completely raining. And today it would be completely stupid to be outdoor. Why? Because dirty, raining, cold, that means all would get wet, the hat, the shoes, the gloves. And one thing is, when you play when it is snowing, good. When it was raining and it is wet, good. When it is a little bit raining, good. When you know it is summer, the rain will stop, good. But complete rain is really, really stupid. Why? Because the ball is always wet, and when it is dirty, like in winter, there you see the dirty water. It happened to me, I throw the ball, and the dirty, wet water went into my eye. As I told the story, I always close my eyes when I throw, when it is wet, because the ball is so wet, and then this wet thing went into my eyes, and you cannot imagine how this burned. That was dirty water, Thankfully I got no infection, but that is really stupid, and so to me it makes no sense with this wet thing, and so I'm here. Wilson evolution. Manta, you asked me about the evolution. Wait, I have to make it this turn. How it looks now, We have it now, we have no much light now in there, but maybe you see that, There is no problem to the ball, Absolutely nothing. And I played the ball a lot of times, on different surfaces. And see, there is no scratching, nothing. It is really, really good. They say only an indoor ball, I will also not recommend it for outdoor, because then people buy this ball and play it every time, don't watch out for the ball, and then of course it will get damaged in 3-4 weeks. But to me, you have seen it now, it looks completely new, And of course I do not play it every day, but the thing is, I played it on rough courts, in Italy. Rough asphalt court, and normally when you play, it can happen a very good indoor ball. After a few dribblings, there are scratches in. This ball, nothing, I played it the first time always on Dream Court. Best court from the service, completely straight. But you have seen there are the metal boards with holes in, but that did nothing to the good indoor balls, where you normally would think about those rough metal things with the holes in this board, but nothing. You see it, I've played it. And yesterday there was not ice, it was snow, it was wet snow, and there it is no problem, the ball gets wet, but it is not like completely wet. But I also played it at Beggar Lake Court, a few times, and there it was completely raining and wet, and I put it into such deep water, nothing happened, it got not damaged, because normally you could think that those spaces will open up, the construction of the lines, because they are here a bit different than to other balls, it, but for the people, and you can think about this panel which they will put on with glue, that they will open up, but it didn't happen. But I will not recommend it, but I wanted to test it, if this will then, the glue will open up when it was completely wet, but didn't happen, It lasts then a few hours that it gets dry again, But I played it also there incomplete in the lake, I don't know if you find any other video on YouTube where someone puts it into so much water and it still worked out, No problem with the jumping since then. I played it on lovely court, rough asphalt, Also there it worked out great, no scratching, I played it on Secret Court, or aka the red light court. Today is Saturday, tradition, but to me makes absolutely no sense. By that rain, completely stupid, makes no fun to me now. And there I watched out, because we have the stone walls beside, I played it with the Tarmac BD900X, 900 video now at home, nothing special. But also there, nothing happened, But I tell you the thing, why does the ball look so good to me? If the people don't know it, one time I recommended, when you have a few courts in your down, outdoor courts, I always recommend 5 balls would be the best solution. One cheap rubber ball, or maybe a better rubber ball, but when you get it cheap, Then one of the best rubber balls in the game, a normal composite ball, which is good, then one of the best composite balls what you can get, outdoor ball, and then one only indoor ball, which you get. Then you have 5 balls, and then you can choose for every court what you have the right solution for the court. You know, when you have a rough asphalt court with stone walls and stones outside and whatever, then you take the cheapest rubber balls, and by baddest weather, you know, you take the cheapest rubber ball. And we have a nice rubber court or asphalt court like the American court by us, you know, in the swimming area with grass outside, no sharp things, very smooth asphalt, and you can choose the best indoor ball, you know. And when you make that rotation with the balls, with those 5 balls, they will last a long time, you know. But when you play this ball every day, it will get damaged in 1-2 months, you know. But when you make this rotation and spend the money for 5 balls, then you have for a long time the balls will last, and you have the feeling always for the best balls. You know, you have an indoor ball, you have the best composite indoor-outdoor ball, you have the best rubber ball, you know. And that is, in my opinion, the best solution when you have different courts like we have with you. When you only have one court and it is the toughest, then it makes no sense to buy an indoor ball or an indoor-outdoor ball with the best version, you know. Then I would deal with a good rubber ball and a cheap rubber ball. Always depends, but the Wilson Evolution works out still great, you know. There's no scratching. They call it an only indoor ball, but I have tested it. When the people know my videos on which rough courts I played it, but again, every day on a rough court I would not do it. Then it is sad, you know, from the price. But still, absolutely great, you know, like the other balls. The A-League Championship, the Evo NXT, the DF1000, or PG 4500 for Molten. But this ball, very good, you know. I like the ball, works out. And by Snow you have also seen. Why I do it? Because I like it, you know. And but the thing is, I know when I can use the ball. And like yesterday, was it? Yeah, yesterday it was. Or 2 days, I don't know now. But I know when to use the ball, you know. And I know it will rain a little bit or the snow comes. And when there is not too much, then no problem. Snow most of the times is not that problem than those shit rain with this dirt in, you know. And now it is really, really bad. But it was a cool session, I enjoyed it, you know. But then the gloves I could, at home, I could wring them out, you know. They were so wet and so heavy, you know, and I have no problem, I get no money for that. I enjoy that outdoor, you know. But the thing is, you miss 9 shots and 1 goes in, you have seen it normally. That is the other thing, even if I'm not good, I miss not that many shots, but the gloves are so wet, so heavy, you have no feeling, you know. And also the ball is wet, the snow is on, but that makes nothing to me, I enjoyed it. But really you could press them out like this and the water ran out, they needed, yeah, it was 2 days ago, 2 days to dry up those hand gloves, you know. But yeah, Wilson Evolution, absolutely cool ball. For rough conditions also there, but not every day. And that it is. Wilson Evolution, we see us again. Till then, bye and ciao.